Prestiging is a pretty hefty task in murder mystery. We're all pretty aware. It takes so much time to actually prestige in the game, and you need to get so much XP. Have you ever wondered how much XP exactly do you need to prestige in the game? It doesn't actually tell you how much prestige is needed, but I did a bit of research and a bit of math to figure out how much XP is needed. So in this video, we're not only going to be saying how much XP you need to prestige in the game, but how much time it'll take for you to prestige in the game. And we're also going to be talking about the same thing for getting max level. So if you are a new player grinding all the way to max level, how much time would that take and how much XP would you need? The first thing we need to know is how much XP on average do you get per round? If you survive as an innocent the full 3 minutes, you'll get 900 XP plus some victory XP, so you get over 1,000 XP in return. But of course, you don't always get that much. You'll die a lot of the time. Also, to make up for that, if you are sheriff or murderer, you will get some extra XP as well as being hero. So we're going to say on average you get around 1,000 XP per round, and we'll also take into consideration your elite status as well. So if you're elite, you'll get around 1.5k XP per round. And also we got to figure out how long an average round will take. So of course the max amount of time a round can take is 3 minutes, but also not every round does last all that time. But also to make up for that, after a round ends, it takes around a minute for you to be in the lobby and also wait the first 10 seconds in the official round to start, you know. So we're gonna say on average it takes around 3 minutes per each round to go by. So now that we know the average amount of XP and the average amount of time it'll take, we gotta know how long it'll take to get a prestige and the max level. But it doesn't actually tell you how much XP you need in the game. But after doing a little bit of research, I can safely assume that you need 1,000,000 XP to prestige. If you guys are wondering how I found that out, it's pretty much with the Reaver Evo and the Halloween update, most people got around 80 levels when getting to the rare to the ancient, which is like 800k XP. So it only makes sense that for 1,000,000 XP you can get 100 levels. So if you get on average 1k XP per round, that means you'll have to play on average 1,000 rounds to prestige in the game. That's a bit of rounds, but if you are elite, you'll only have to play 750 rounds. But with the amount of time involved, it would actually take 3,000 minutes to prestige, or 50 hours. But if you are elite, it'd only take 2,250 minutes, or 37.5 hours. Of course, people aren't gonna get from level 1 to 100 all in one sitting. That'll be practically impossible since it would take over 2 days for you to do that. No one's actually gonna play MM2 for 2 days straight. But I did actually account for that, and I have 5 different amount of play times for people that either hardcore grind or people that only play a little bit of time per day. Let me show you guys on screen. I have 5 different play times. Half an hour a day being the minimum to 10 hours a day being the maximum. So casual players all the way to hardcore players pretty much. I'm not actually gonna say all of it, but you guys can easily pause the video to see which way would fit for you. If you play half an hour a day, it would take around 100 days to prestige, which will take a bit. But if you are elite, it only takes 75 days. But if you are a hardcore grinder and play 10 hours a day, it'll only take you 5 days to prestige, or 3 3/4 if you are elite. Maybe you guys can use this video as like a guide, and maybe you can say, alright, maybe I'll play Murder Mystery 2 3 hours a day for the next month. Because of course in that amount of time, you'll actually prestige if you aren't elite. Which I actually used to do this. I used to have like a set amount of time. Like I'd try to play Murder Mystery for like maybe like 2 to 3 hours a day back in the day. And also it really helped, not only with getting XP, but I also got a lot of coins by doing this as well. So if anyone's interested in the coins, that'll also help. But prestiging is pretty cool, but you know, getting max level is the pinnacle of power for Murder Mystery 2 players. Like that's the highest level you can get. How long would it actually take to get max level if you were a brand new player level 1 in the game? It would take you 11 million XP to get to max level. Because of course it'll take 10 million to get to Prestige X, but you also got the last 100 levels as well. Everything I said before, pretty much that times 11 pretty much. So you'll have to play 11,000 rounds on average, or 8,250 if you are elite. And that would equate to around 550 hours of playtime, or 412.5 hours if you're elite. But before I actually show you guys the different amount of playtime it'll take to get max level, just know I wouldn't actually schedule this amount of time every day for Murder Mystery, because I feel like your list go insane at that point. If you're going level 1 to max level, play at your own time at that point. You're just gonna burn yourself out of this game so quickly if you play 10 hours a day for so long. But yeah, here is the different amount of play times it would take to get max level. As you guys can see, if you play half an hour a day, it would take you 1,100 days. That's over 3 years. Or it would also be 825 days if you're an elite. But if you're a hardcore grinder and you actually committed to playing 10 hours a day to get max level, you'd have to play for 55 days straight for 41 days and a quarter if you are elite. Yeah, it's very tricky to actually get max level in the game. That's why you see so little people with max level, because no one's actually going to put this amount of time to actually play the game. I started playing Murder Mystery 2 in July of 2016, but I didn't get max level until October of 2019. Took me over 3 years because I didn't really have a set schedule. I just played whenever I wanted. But I feel like that's how most of you guys are going to get max level as well. I don't actually know the set amount of XP you need for every level, since each level requires a different amount of XP. I believe get to level 1 to level 2 you need like 2,000 XP, and I think from getting level 99 to 100 I believe you need like over 80,000 XP from what I've seen. But of course everything in between I'm not really 100% sure. Maybe you guys can figure that out if you do decide to like document the amount of XP you need. And if there's anyone out there that owns the Reaver Game Pass and still don't have the Ancient, now would be a great time to actually start grinding the XP to get the Ancient for that. And maybe you guys can use these set schedules I made to actually help you guys get the Ancient and just prestige in general. I feel like most people have gotten the Ancient at this point, but for anyone out there that don't, maybe this video will help you. It's a little bit of a different video to make, so let me know if you guys liked it and if I should make more videos similar to this in the future. I actually have a much bigger video I have coming soon, and the whole reason why I made this video is because I needed to know this information for the video, but I thought that would be a pretty cool standalone video as well. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that video, 'cause it's gonna be kind of fire. But that's about all I gotta say, so until next time, goodbye!